The long silence Yela sat quietly in her wheelchair, staring out at the end of the sky. For 15 long years, she had not walked a single step. The accident had taken her legs and her hope. Now she was trapped, not only by her broken body, but by the cold eyes of others around her. Her small village was on a distant planet, far from Earth. The people there were different from humans. They looked at Ayla as if she was less than them. Weak, broken, useless. Each day, she heard whispers and saw the way neighbors avoided her. Children ran past her without a glance. Her world had grown smaller, quieter, lonelier. Ayla remembered the day of the accident like it was yesterday. The crash had changed everything. Before that, she had dreams. Dreams of running, exploring, and living freely. But now, those dreams felt so far away. One evening, as the red sun dipped below the horizon, strange ships appeared in the sky. They were unlike anything Ayla had seen before, sleek, shining, and moving silently. The humans had arrived. No one in the village knew much about these humans. Stories said they were kind, smart, and always curious. Some were afraid of them. Others did not care. But Ayla felt something different. A small flicker of hope. The next day, a group of humans came down to the village. They wore strange clothes and spoke a language Ayla barely understood. But their eyes were kind, full of something she hadn't seen in a long time. Hope. One of the humans, a woman with gentle hands and a soft voice, noticed Ayla sitting alone by the old tree. She walked slowly towards her. "Hello," the woman said in a calm voice. "My name is Dr. Myra. I'm here to help." Ayla looked up. She was surprised. No one had spoken to her like that in years. She wanted to believe her, but fear held her back. "Help?" Ayla whispered. "I have been broken for 15 years. No one can fix me." Dr. Myra smiled softly. "Maybe not, but we have new ways you have never seen." Days passed, and the humans stayed. They studied the land, the people, and most of all, the problems that needed solving. Ayla watched them from a distance. They carried strange machines and tools. Sometimes she heard talks about robots and technology. One afternoon, Dr. Myra came again. This time she carried something. Small and shining, a robotic leg. "This is just a prototype," she explained. "It can help people who cannot walk. We want you to try it." Ayla's heart pounded. Could this be real? Could she walk again? But doubts filled her mind. What if it hurt? What if it failed? What if everyone laughed again? "I don't know," Ayla said quietly. "You won't know until you try," Dr. Myra said, her eyes bright with hope. That night, Ayla lay awake in her room. The village was quiet, but her mind was loud. She thought of the years lost, the dreams forgotten. And now, a chance, a small chance, to change everything. But change scared her. The next morning, with trembling hands, Ayla agreed to try. The robotic legs. The humans prepared carefully. Dr. Myra and her team measured Ayla's body, adjusted the metal parts, and connected the machines. The robotic legs were heavy but looked strong. "Remember," Dr. Myra said, "this will not be easy. It will take time. But you are not alone." Ayla nodded, feeling a strange mix of fear and hope. As she sat in her wheelchair, the new legs beside her, the village watched silently. Some with curiosity, others with doubt. The long silence around Ayla was about to end. For the first time in 15 years, she would try to stand. Her heart beat fast. Would her broken body hold? Would the machine obey? Would the human's promise come true? The answer was unknown, but Ayla was ready to find out. The promise of change. The sun rose slowly, casting soft light over the small village. Ayla sat in her wheelchair, staring at the strange metal legs next to her. They looked cold and heavy, but to her, they were the key to a new life. The humans called them robotic legs, and they said these machines could let her walk again. Dr. Mira was there, calm and patient. "Today is the first step," she said gently. "No rush. We will take it slow." Ayla's hands shook as the humans helped strap the robotic legs to her. The cold metal felt strange against her skin. She felt a mix of hope and fear. 15. Years of pain told her this might not work. But deep inside, a small spark told her to try. The first time Ayla tried to stand, her legs trembled like young trees in a storm. She gripped the arms of her wheelchair tightly. Her heart raced with every small movement. "Try to balance," Dr. Myra encouraged. "We are here with you." For moments, Ayla felt like she might fall. Her muscles were weak, and her mind was afraid. But the robotic legs responded. They moved with a soft hum and gave her support. Ayla's breath hitched. She was standing, but the humans were not done. "Now, take a small step," said a young man, Technician Lyo, with kind eyes. He held a tablet showing numbers and readings. The robotic legs were connected to computers that measured her balance and strength. Ayla moved one leg forward. It was slow, unsteady. Pain shot through her knees, but the metal legs held firm. She took another step. The village gathered silently to watch. Whispers spread like wildfire. Some were amazed, others skeptical. "It won't last," some said. Ayla heard the words but focused on the legs beneath her. As she tried again, her confidence grew. The robotic legs seemed to learn her body, adjusting automatically. It was like they were alive. Suddenly, a sharp pain hit her hip. Ayla froze, fear rushing in. The robotic legs stopped moving. "Don't push too hard," Dr. Myra said softly. "Your body needs time to heal." Ayla's eyes filled with tears. She wanted to walk so badly, but her body was fragile. That night, she lay awake, thinking about the day. The pain was real, but so was the hope. The human's promise felt strong. Meanwhile, some aliens whispered in the shadows. They did not like the humans or their strange technology. To them, strength meant power, not machines. They said Ayla was a fool to trust outsiders. But Ayla was different now. Something inside her had changed. She believed in the chance to rise. Days turned into weeks. Each morning, the humans helped Ayla practice. She learned to control the robotic legs better. Pain came and went, but with every step, her courage grew. One evening, a mysterious message arrived for Dr. Myra. It was a warning. Stop helping her. The weakness must remain. The humans exchanged worried looks. Someone powerful did not want Ayla to succeed, but Dr. Myra clenched her fists. "We will not stop. This is more than just walking. It's hope." Ayla did not know about the danger ahead. For now, she focused on the small steps. The quiet victories. The promise of change was alive, and the long silence was breaking. Asterisk. First steps. First struggles. The dawn broke with a pale light that spilled over the village. Ayla's heart thumped loudly as she sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the robotic legs resting against the wall. They were no longer just machines. To her, they were a chance to live again. Today was the day she would take her first real steps. The humans arrived early, full of quiet excitement. Dr. Myra's calm voice filled the room. "Remember, it's not about speed. It's about control. We will be with you every step." Ayla nodded, but inside, fear crept like a shadow. 15 years of stillness made every movement feel like a mountain to climb. The team helped her stand. The robotic legs hummed softly as they powered on. She felt the cold metal tighten around her thighs and calves. Her hands gripped the chair arms, knuckles white. She pushed off. For a moment, her body wobbled dangerously. Sweat dripped down her forehead. The village people gathered outside, watching silently. Some looked doubtful, others curious. Ayla's leg moved forward, slowly, uncertainly. The robotic joint creaked softly, but it held. She took another step. Suddenly, a sharp pain stabbed her right knee. She gasped and almost fell. Dr. Mira was quick, steadying her. "Breathe," she whispered. "Don't fight the pain. Work with it." Ayla's breath was shallow, but she tried again. Step by step, she moved forward. Her mind screamed with every ache, but her heart was louder. Outside, a group of alien leaders watched. Among them was Torek, a stern commander who hated humans. He whispered to his companions, "This will fail. The weak cannot be strong." But something else caught his eye, a growing hope in the eyes of the villagers. As Ayla continued her practice, robotic legs seemed to respond. They adjusted the pressure, the balance. It was as if they were learning her body. Still, the pain was real, and the struggle was immense. One afternoon, a sudden loud crash shook the village square. The rival aliens had sent saboteurs to damage the humans' equipment. Panic spread. Humans rushed to protect their machines. Ayla's heart pounded with fear. Was this the end? But she stood firm. "I won't let them stop me," she said quietly, her voice steady despite the tremble. The saboteurs were chased away, but the threat was clear. Not everyone wanted her to walk again. Back in her room, Ayla's muscles ached, and tears slipped down her cheeks. But she smiled faintly. Every painful step was proof. She was alive, fighting, and no longer silent. The long silence that held her for so many years was cracking. And with it, a new story was beginning. Asterisk rising. Strength and hidden threats. Days passed, and Ayla's steps grew stronger. Every morning, she woke with a little more hope and a little less pain. The robotic legs were no longer strangers, but partners that learned her body's rhythm. She practiced walking longer distances, sometimes without help. The village began to change, too. People whispered less about her weakness. Some even smiled when they saw her moving steadily. Children watched with wide eyes, inspired by her courage, but not everyone was pleased. Far beyond the village, in the shadows of the dark mountains, a rival alien group watched with cold eyes. They believed strength came from raw power, not machines. To them, humans were dangerous, bringing change that could upset the balance. Their leader Zarn sneered. "If she stands, we fall. We must stop this before it spreads." Zarn sent spies to watch the humans and Ayla. They reported strange technology, secrets that could not be allowed to live. One evening, while the village celebrated Ayla's progress, a warning arrived. A human messenger hurried into Dr. Myra's lab, breathless and tense. "There's talk of sabotage. Zarn's group is planning something big," the messenger said. Dr. Mira's eyes darkened. "We must prepare. This is more than just a machine now. It's hope for many." Ayla overheard the news. Fear flickered in her chest, but she stood taller. "They want to stop us," she said softly, "but I won't let them." That night, Ayla lay awake, thinking of the fight ahead. The robotic legs rested beside her like silent armor. Next morning, the humans upgraded her legs. They added shields and stronger joints, technology that could protect her and help her move faster. Training became harder. Ayla ran drills, learned to jump, even to defend herself. She was no longer the weak girl in a wheelchair. She was becoming a warrior. Suddenly, a loud explosion rocked the village outskirts. Alarm bells rang. The rival aliens had attacked. Chaos erupted. Ayla felt a surge of adrenaline. With her robotic legs, she ran faster than she ever thought possible. She reached the front lines, where humans and villagers stood united. Zarn's forces tried to destroy the human technology, but Ayla stood in their way. With strength and speed, powered by her robotic legs, she fought back fiercely. The battle was fierce and brutal. In the end, Zarin's forces retreated, but the cost was high. Buildings were damaged, and many were hurt. Ayla looked around at the destruction, then at the faces of those who fought beside her. She felt pain, but also pride. The long silence was gone. A new voice had risen. Ayla's voice, and it was louder than ever. Asterisk. The battle for hope. The village lay in ruins, smoke rising into the sky like dark fingers. But the spirit of its people burned brighter than ever. Ayla stood at the center, her robotic legs humming with power. She was no longer the girl who sat silent in a wheelchair. She was a symbol, a beacon of hope. The humans worked quickly to repair the damage. Dr. Myra and her team made sure the robotic legs were stronger, faster, and more durable. They knew the enemies would return. Rumors spread of a larger attack. Full-scale assault by Zarin's forces, determined to crush the hope that Ayla represented. One cold morning, the alarm sounded again. This time, the threat was closer, larger, deadlier. Ayla tightened the straps on her robotic legs and took a deep breath. She was ready. The battle began with thunderous blasts. Explosions shook the ground. Villagers and humans fought side by side. But the enemy was fierce. Ayla moved swiftly through the chaos, her robotic legs carrying her faster than any human could run. She dodged debris, helped the injured, and confronted enemy soldiers head-on. Her movements were precise, a blend of human courage and machine strength. During the fight, a powerful alien commander challenged her. Their weapons clashed with a shower of sparks. The commander sneered. "You think your machines make you strong? You're just delaying the inevitable." Ayla's eyes burned with determination. It's not just machines. It's hope, will, and unity. She fought fiercely, using every advantage her robotic legs gave her. With a final strike, she disarmed the commander, forcing him to retreat. The battle raged on, but Ayla's courage inspired everyone. Humans and villagers pushed back the enemy, defending their home and their future. When the dust settled, the attackers had fled. Victory was theirs, but the cost was heavy. Many were injured, and the village was scarred. Ayla looked around, her robotic legs aching from the fight. Yet her spirit was unbroken. She knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy was watching now, and hope was a powerful weapon. Asterisk new dawn. New steps. The village woke to a quiet morning, the air heavy with smoke, but filled with new life. The battle was over, but a new journey had just begun. Ayla stood outside her. Small home, robotic legs steady beneath her. She looked toward the rising sun with a heart full of hope. For the first time in 15 years, she was truly free. People gathered around her, eyes wide with wonder and respect. The same neighbors who once whispered behind her back now smiled and offered their hands. Children ran up to touch her legs, amazed by the machine that gave her wings. "Can I have legs like yours?" a little girl asked. Ayla smiled gently. "One day, yes. You can be anything you want." Dr. Myra approached, her face soft but proud. "You have shown the galaxy what humans and technology can do, not just to heal, but to inspire." Word spread quickly. Other planets heard the story of the girl who walked again. Requests for the robotic legs flooded the human ships. The technology was shared, bringing hope to many who had lost it. But Ayla knew this was bigger than machines. It was about unity, about standing together when the galaxy tried to divide them. As she took her first steps beyond the village, she felt the strength not just in her legs, but in her heart. A new dawn was breaking, not just for her, but for all who dared to believe. And somewhere far away, new challenges waited. But with humanity's light and hope, no darkness was too deep. Ayla smiled, ready for whatever came next. Asterisk.